Zainab's pen scratched the last answer on her final exam sheet. She exhaled with relief and leaned back in her chair. Around her, other students began celebrating. Laughter echoed through the lecture hall. It was December 18th, and the semester had finally come to an end. Back at her hostel room in the University of Ibadan, her friend and roommate, Adeobi, was already packing. "You heading out tonight?" Adeobi asked as she folded clothes into her duffel bag. "Of course," Zainab replied. "I've already booked a night bus to Kaduna. I can't wait to leave this place." Adeobi looked up sharply. "Night bus? Z, you know how dangerous the roads are in December. Armed robbers, accidents, and the other things." Zainab raised a brow. "What other things?" "Spiritual attacks. My church's pastor said people are being taken on the road. Buses disappear. Some never arrive at their destinations." Zainab laughed. "Adeobi, you and your scary stories." Adeobi grew serious. "See, I'm begging you. Before you step out, pray. Cover yourself. Even if you don't believe, just do it." Zainab waved her off. "I'll pray when I get home. I just need to catch that bus." The bus terminal was chaos. Conductors screamed names of cities. Passengers argued over prices. The smell of fuel and suya mixed in the air. Zainab weaved through the crowd, dragging her suitcase behind her, looking for her bus company. "Righteous Eagle Express." She found the line, handed in her ticket, and boarded. It was an old coaster bus. The seats smelled of dust and heat. Her assigned spot was beside a woman wrapped in faded Ankara fabric. The woman's skin was deep and leathery, her fingers wrapped tightly around wooden prayer beads. Her lips moved constantly, as if whispering to someone unseen. Zainab gave a polite nod and sat. As the bus pulled out of the station and into the night, the city lights slowly vanished behind them. The road ahead stretched into darkness. After some time, the woman finally spoke. "This journey, not everyone will reach the end." Zainab chuckled. "Mama, don't scare me, please." The woman didn't smile. Her eyes were fixed out the window. An hour into the ride, the bus was silent. Most passengers were asleep. The dim cabin light flickered with every bump in the road. Zainab tried to doze, but strange thoughts kept her awake. She closed her eyes and saw shadows, long, thin hands scratching at the bus windows. She saw a procession of headless figures walking on the road, whispering her name. One reached through the window, touching her shoulder. She jerked awake. The bus swerved violently. People screamed. The driver shouted curses. A car had tried to overtake them recklessly and nearly forced them into a ditch. The driver pulled over, shaking. Everyone inside was breathless. Zainab looked at the old woman beside her. The woman hadn't moved. Her eyes were closed, still whispering her prayer. A young man near the front began to cry. "I told my mom I was coming home. Oh God!" Another woman took out a Bible and started praying aloud. Zainab's hands trembled in her lap. She felt the weight of something unseen. Fear. Not just of the road, but of what she ignored. They remained parked for a while. One of the passengers had fainted. Others refused to continue. Zainab stepped out into the night air. It was cold, and the sky above looked too vast. She walked a few paces from the bus, dropped to her knees in the gravel, and for the first time in a long while, she prayed. Not a long prayer. Not even a perfect one. Just a whisper from her soul. "God, please protect me. I was careless. Forgive me. Let me get home safe." Behind her, the old woman stepped down from the bus and came to stand beside her. "You have prayed," she said softly. Zainab nodded. "That is why you will arrive." The bus continued the journey an hour later. Everyone was quiet, alert, and somehow changed. They began praying together, sharing snacks, talking softly, as if the fear had brought them closer. By dawn, the bus reached Kaduna safely. Zainab stepped down and breathed in the cool morning air. Her younger brother ran up to her from the crowd. "Auntie Z!" She hugged him tightly, then looked back at the bus. The old woman was gone. She hadn't gotten off. No one remembered her name. No one had seen her at the terminal. Just an old woman in Ankara, with prayer beads, whispering through the night. Zainab tells this story every year now, warning others. December is not just travel season. It's spiritual warfare. The roads are not just tar and dust. They are battlegrounds. Before you go, pray.